Join me out here on this pretty rainy day, but it's not too bad when you're in the woods. The trees kind of block a lot of the rain out. If you find the right spot, other times you're getting dumped on. It all depends on how the branches grab it, whatever. But yeah, natural self-improvement, spending time in nature, spending time outside, living kind of how our ancestors live, actually having a healthy lifestyle. That's the most powerful part of self-improvement. And there's a lot of self-improvement advice. So there's a lot of YouTube channels. I'm just one of them. There's a million of them, right? But what I'm purposely doing to set myself apart from those other YouTube channels is making my channel about nature, making my self-improvement about nature, right? I talk a lot about social media addiction. I talk a lot about video game addiction. I talk a lot about junk food. I talk a lot about stuff like that because that's the stuff I struggle with myself. And that's the stuff that when I started to overcome it, when I started to break free from those vices, my life improved 100-fold, right? When I started to actually spend time out here in the wild, doing stuff outdoors, doing stuff with my hands, moving, naturally exercising, training, doing what natural human beings are supposed to do, my life improved, right? For a long time, I've had, I have a chest deformity where my ribs cave in a little more than they should. Like you can kind of see if I turn to the side just right, I have a divot in my chest. It's called pectus excavatum, whatever. I forget the whole name, but it's not what it used to be. Worse when I was younger, and it made me be very out of shape. I would get out of breath very, very easily, and running was difficult, right? It's more difficult for me than other kids, and as a result of that, I didn't exercise much. I didn't move much. I didn't run much at all because I simply couldn't breathe, right? I didn't really play much sports, because especially any sports that involved a lot of running, like soccer, because I just couldn't really do them very well. I could barely breathe the whole time, and that led to me spending a lot of time literally just sitting around, playing video games, watching YouTube videos, barely going outside at all. I would have entire days where I wouldn't see the sun. I would wake up, get on my mom's laptop when I was younger because I didn't have a phone until I was pretty old, and watch YouTube videos on there, play video games with my brother on the Xbox all day. Then after I was done doing that, I'd watch YouTube. I was actually so dopamine addicted that I couldn't just play a video game. I had to listen to music while I was playing a video game. I couldn't just play the video game. And it got to the point where I would start scrolling on YouTube instead of playing video games with my brother. I couldn't even bond with him. I couldn't even do that properly without distracting myself, having some kind of content going. I was like that iPad kid where I had like multiple different screens. I would have the Xbox going on the TV with my brother. I'd have my phone here because I got a phone later on. I got my phone here. I even have a laptop here with my buddy on a video call. Like I couldn't stay focused. It didn't help that I have ADD on top of it, right? And then my life all changed when I started exercising. I started going to the gym, and I started to discover how bad scrolling and social media addiction and video games really are for you. And I started to realize, hey, I live in this beautiful spot. How about instead of me sitting around all day having a 10-hour screen time, why don't I just go outside? Why don't I just just literally hike around, just look at stuff, see the world, go fishing, go hunting, do that kind of stuff more often. And it really did transform the way I saw nature, the way I saw the world around me. And it started to click, it started to hit me that the natural world, the world around me, this is home. I've always felt very comfortable in the woods. I've always felt very very safe, very, very connected to the world around me when I'm out in the woods, right? And it's always been like a source of calmness for me, right? Because I struggle with anxiety and things like that, and being outside, being in nature, that has always been a relief, a stress reliever. It's always been there. It's always been helpful to me, spending time actually outdoors. And if you don't have access to actual woods like this, that's okay. Just go outside, go into a park, a yard, wherever it is. Just spend some time in this. Let the sun hit your skin. Let nature be around you. and you'll understand, you know, if you start spending more time out in the wild, you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you, is that nature will save your life. Nature will change the way you see everything around you. You just see people, where you see connections, where you see how you see cities and everything. And you know, as I started to progress my self-improvement, as I started to quit my social media, as I started to quit my video games, I started to realize that almost all self-improvement, almost all of it, because I'm background here, I'm a huge history nerd, I'm a huge wildlife nerd too. I love all that stuff, you know. And the more I thought about how self-improvement works and things like that, I realized there's two things that self-improvement boils down to. There's two, like, connections, right? Every single self-improvement practice is designed to undo the damage of the world around you, right? Our world is designed to make you lazy, to make you comfortable, to make you cozy, right? It's also designed to stress you out. It's also designed to distract you. It's a weird noise. Whatever. It's also designed to distract you, to divert your attention a million different places. It's designed to make you not think critically about the world around you. It's designed to keep you away from the natural world. It's designed to make you unhealthy and depressed and anxious and all these horrible things. But the natural world does the opposite. The natural world, everything's slow. Everything's designed to calm you, right? Everything in the natural world is designed to make you think deeply and think critically, right? Because if you don't, you know, you can mess up, right? Like if you're hiking and you tripped just the right way, you'll twist your ankle and you'll be stuck out there in the middle of nowhere, right? You have to be careful. You have to be constantly aware of excuse me. You have to be constantly aware of your surroundings, or you might get hurt, right? You have to be aware of you know, what berries or mushrooms you can eat. A good rule of thumb is just don't eat wild plants or anything like that. But you know, if you're feeling like you're gonna forage, you have to know what plants are. You have to know, you know, what the weather's gonna do, how it's different in the woods. Like in the summer when it's humid, you might think the woods is nice because it's shaded, but it's not. When it's humid, the woods are way hotter than it is out where there's a breeze, right? You have to understand how the weather can change and things like that. And it's completely different from the life that humanity has created, right? It's completely different. And I started thinking about that, and I realized that self-improvement is supposed to undo all these things. It's supposed to make you not have addictions anymore. It's supposed to make you more mindful, more aware of the world around you. It's supposed to bring you closer, give you better social connections with people around you. And I started to think about all these things, and I realized that two things in this world do that without self-improvement. Of course, self-improvement is valuable. You shouldn't be like, oh, I'm just not going to try to improve myself, right? Because I can just do these other two things. But two things in this world do what self-improvement does, and that's religion and nature, right? Religion tells us to be disciplined, to fast, to have self-control, to not fall to vices, right? And nature tells us to be mindful, to be steady, to be calm, to look around you and to actually be aware of your surroundings, not be distracted by a million different screens, not be thinking about a million different things at once. It gets us to be present, to be mindful, to be aware of the world around us. It grounds us to this world, right? Nature and religion are basically self-improvement, right? And of course, if you do self-improvement on top of all those things, you'll be a very well-rounded person. Your life will improve 100-fold, just like it has for me, right? I've started to spend more time in the presence of God. I started to pray more. I started to go to church more. And I started to take my faith seriously. And I also started to spend more time outdoors. I started to spend more time in the natural world, just hiking around with my girlfriend, or going fishing with my buddies, or hunting with my dad, or whatever it is. Spending time outdoors will change your life, just like it has changed mine. So if there's any advice you can give from this little rant, especially if you made it this far in the video, great job, by the way. You're watching an unedited video. Not a lot of people can have the attention span for that. But great advice is, just set aside like a few moments of your day, maybe like 20 minutes. Go for a walk, right? If you have a dog, walk your dog around a park or something. Just breathe in fresh air, just see the world around you, right? And also maybe consider going to church on Sunday, maybe consider praying, maybe consider doing whatever religion you do, right? Maybe you're Muslim, maybe you're Jewish, whatever it is. And just honestly live life. Stop being a goon. That's the best advice I can give you. Stop being a goon, honestly, because like just don't sit around. If you're bored and you don't have anything to do, don't get on your phone. Go outside, go talk to somebody, pray, do whatever it is that you can do other than some bad habit, and your life will absolutely transform. That's all I got for today. And God bless you, and stay wild.